Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos. Today's block is one of those mindless blocks, and it's your chance to use up some scraps too. It's called the framed 4-patch, and it finishes at 12 inches. Here's the diagram, and here are 4 blocks set block to block. You can do this all different ways. You don't have to put 4 patches in here. You can put a single piece of fabric, a 4.5-inch cut piece. You can put half square triangles in here. Whatever you want, you can put in here. You can scrap it up and just go crazy with this. So this is a 2x2 grid because we have units that finish at 6 inches, and there are 4 units in each block. There are 3 patches. Here is patch A. It is the large part of the frame. It's 6.5 inches by 1.5 inches cut. We're going to take 4 different fabrics and cut 2 from each fabric. The only thing I saw that you could use for Quilt is your 1.5-inch strip cutter for these frames. And the same thing with the B unit. The B unit is the small portion of the frames. They're cut 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And the same fabrics you used for patch A, you use here, and you cut 2 of each. And finally, patch C is a 2-inch finished square. You cut 2.5-inch squares, and we need 16 assorted squares. And here are the Quilt dies that will cut those. Of course, you can use jelly rolls left over, and you cut those into 2.5-inch squares. Use those, and even if you have little pieces, you can cut those into parts for the frame. Here I've got the cutting instructions, and these are the 4 frame fabrics. So from each fabric you're going to cut 2 A patches and 2 B patches. Here are the assorted 2-inch squares, and you'll cut 16 for 1 block. So the first thing we're going to do is sew the 4-patch units. These were from my scrap bin, and I just chose 16 of these 2.5-inch squares at random, and I chose some long pieces of fabric that were left over, and I cut the 4 pieces each for the frame. So just put these together into 4 patches, just however you like, and you'll make 4 patches and press the seams open. I took my patches and I chain pieced them into pairs. Now I'll go press these and then stitch the pairs together to make my 4 patches. Next, I just chain pieced the pairs together to 4 patches. Now I have my 4 patches, and I'm going to pair up the frames because I don't want them to look the same. So let's just put all these like this. Now they're paired up, and I'm just going to stitch the small pieces, the 4.5-inch pieces, to the sides and press them. Next, sew the long strips to the top and bottom and press. Now we have our 4 units done, and we just lay them out how we like them. So I want to get these greens separated, and I'm happy with that. I'm easy to please. This seam is going across here, and the same thing with this seam. I don't like to match these seams, so turn this around. That way you've got a straight piece of fabric here and your seams. You don't have to match anything. So then come down here, and these are both long ones. So let's flip this around, and we don't have to match the seams there. And this is okay as it is. So stitch these 4 together and your block is finished. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos.